10 rarest eye colors people actually have. Whatever color your eyes are, they are truly unique and can never be replicated. Like snowflakes, the features of each are completely different, and therefore magnificent, no matter what their color. And at the worst, if you don't like them, change them. Non-prescription lenses are all the rage, and the color choices are endless. Simply pick one. Here are 10 rarest eye colors people actually have. Number 10. Silver eyes. A pair of striking silver eyes that held a dark secret are what drew Erin Austin of Braselton, Georgia, to adopt a new baby sister for her son and daughter. Born in China, Primrose Austin was left at the local orphanage, abandoned by parents who couldn't care for her properly. Noticing her plight on Facebook, Erin instantly fell in love with the helpless little girl, and her husband Chris travelled to China to begin the adoption process. The pair soon discovered that the piercing silver eyes that had helped Primrose to find her new forever family were also the source of a lot of pain. She was born both blind and hearing impaired. Primrose was suffering from a severe and untreated case of congenital glaucoma, which resulted in her eyes clouding over and appearing silver and translucent. Erin and Chris brought their precious new bundle back home to Georgia, where doctors quickly discovered glaucoma wasn't her only issue. With skeletal abnormalities, hearing loss, lack of muscle tone, and other issues, little Primrose was in a bad way. The little eyes that had sealed the deal with her new mum were soon removed, in a heartbreaking decision made by Erin and Chris to relieve her extreme discomfort. Although the decision was difficult, Primrose continues to show the fighting spirit she has now become known for. Number 9. Violet eyes. Debate has raged for years whether natural purple eyes exist, with several scientists saying they don't. However, research shows that there are at least 600 people on the planet that would disagree. Purple eyes are also known as Alexandria's Genesis, a myth that evolved in 1015 in ancient Egypt. Said to have links to the supernatural, it's easy to see why people are skeptical. Legend has it that a light appeared in the night sky, leaving those who looked at it with both purple eyes and pale skin. Medically, however, the first recorded confirmation of purple eyes wasn't until 1329 in England, when Alexandria Augustine was born with violet eyes. Her mother, suspicious, her child was under a spell, brought her to a priest, and from there the condition was known as Alexandria's Genesis. Alexandria's two daughters also held the gene, and whilst it was considered a disorder, the symptoms appeared to be anything but. In fact, Alexandria lived to be over 100 years old, and barely aged once she turned 50. Usually associated with women, the disorder causes no menstruation, but normal fertility, no body hair growth, high immunity, ideal body shape, above average fitness levels, and an extended life expectancy. I don't know about you, but it sounds like the ideal disorder to suffer from to me. With no confirmation that a human has lived up to 150 years, and scientists proving that fertility without menstruation is impossible, it's safe to say that this disorder is a myth. Purple eyes are simply a beautiful accident. Number 8. Black eyes. These eyes are not the result of a drunken bar fight, but they are almost as difficult to explain. Unsurprisingly, true black-colored eyes are very rare. Often associated with the dead of the night, people with them are assumed to be dark and mysterious, untrustworthy, and perhaps even dangerous. The truth is, they are anything but. People with black eyes can be trusted with your deepest, darkest secrets. Due to their loyalty, they make excellent employees and confidants, and are said to be highly responsible. What they do possess, however, is an eye disorder known as aniridia. This disorder gives the appearance of the sufferer having no iris. On closer inspection, there is a small ring of iris tissue, however, it is so small that it is unrecognizable, giving the impression the eye is completely black. This is due to a chromosome mutation that could be congenital or caused by injury, such as those that result in a black eye of the accidental or purposeful kind. People with aniridia may have compromised sight and other serious visual complications, including cataracts. Affected individuals may also suffer from kidney and cerebral abnormalities and intellectual disabilities. Number 7. The iris. The coloured part of your eye is the iris, given its colour through melanin, a brown pigment, the same one that is responsible for your skin colour. No matter what colour your eyes are, they are completely different to anyone else. They are unique to you, just like your fingerprints can be individually matched to you and you alone. Research has shown that the amount of pigment in your eye is what decides its colour. However, some scientists offer a slightly more interesting theory. They believe that years ago, those that lived in hot climates where it was sunny all year long were prone to have brown eyes because their dark irises likely protected them. In colder climates, where sun damage was less of a problem, people were more likely to have lighter eyes. This theory has an element of truth to it, with Europeans having the widest variety of eye colours, but with most generally lighter. In Central and South America or some parts of the Middle East, hazel, green and blue eyes are more common. Worldwide, however, up to 79% of people have brown eyes, with a high percentage in Africa, East Asia and Southeast Asia. Clearly the most common colour, if earlier scientist theories are to be believed, there are more countries where the weather is tropical all year round than those that are not. So that theory is also likely more of a myth than a reality. Number 6. Heterochromia eyes. Apart from cats and dogs, the occasional horse, cattle, and water buffalo, complete heterochromia is very rare, particularly in humans. Heterochromia is a condition where a person's eyes are completely different colours. An intriguing phenomenon, there are 3 forms of the condition: complete, sectorial, and central. Sectorial and central have a higher frequency than complete. However, if you're a fan of X-Men, then you may have noted in the movie First Class that actor James McAvoy is shown in a bar, alongside a pretty blonde lady with one green eye and the other blue. A real conversation starter, this condition can be as obvious as the blonde actress in X-Men or barely noticeable, depending on the colour extremes. As we've discovered, the colour of the iris is determined by the pigment melanin. In cases where heterochromia occurs, the melanin has been unevenly distributed in the eye. Using a congenital feature, heterochromia can also occur due to certain diseases, eye injuries, or infections. Although very uncommon, there are several people that save us the burden of having to imagine what the condition looks like, and it's really a strikingly beautiful occurrence. Number 5. Central heterochromia. Just 1% of people throughout the world have any of the 3 types of heterochromia: complete, sectorial or partial, and central. Central heterochromia is a condition where you have 2 different colour eyes in the same iris. A form of partial heterochromia, the colours surround the pupil like a ring. The outer ring is usually the person's actual eye colour, while the inner ring radiates out from the pupil. In the US, there are less than 200,000 people with the condition. In fact, it is more common in cats, horses, and dogs, particularly huskies. If you have this eye condition, you are an extremely unique individual. But you're probably aware of that by now, given most discuss it with an eye specialist. Ophthalmologists can diagnose heterochromia and investigate the reasons behind its occurrence. Although there is no cure for the condition, specialists can provide treatment by managing the underlying causes. The good news for those with the condition, however, is that unlike complete heterochromia, central heterochromia isn't nearly as obvious. In fact, someone would have to be looking deep into their eyes to notice it. And not just any old random is going to do that now, are they? Well, you'd certainly hope not. Number 4. Grey eyes. For some, they are the latest fashion accessory, but for others, they're a necessity. Sunglasses are worn to protect the eye from the sun's harmful rays, and for some, these rays are more dangerous. People with grey eyes are at greater risk of melanoma of the uvea, or the middle layer of the eye. This is because their eyes lack the necessary amount of pigment required to protect them from the sun. Although scary, this type of cancer is also very rare, with just 6 in every million adults in the US diagnosed with it each year. With less than 1% of the global population having grey eyes, mystery surrounds their occurrence, leaving scientists baffled. Most are mistaken for blue, as grey eyes often change depending on what a person is wearing or what colour lights they are in. Like the red eyes of the devil when he's enraged, or the green eyes of the Incredible Hulk. Grey eyes also appears to change with the person's mood. It might be a real superpower, but it's certainly fairly close. Not many people can say they have chameleon eyes, now can they? Number 3. Aniridia eyes. If your last visit to the optometrist included having a solution put into your eyes to dilute them, then you will have some idea of what it feels like for sufferers of aniridia. Symptoms include blurred vision and increased sensitivity to light. Some sufferers, however, are fortunate to not have any symptoms at all, other than the obvious one. Their irises are completely black. The disorder is rare, occurring in just 1 in 50,000 to 100,000 newborns worldwide, which is fortunate given the serious side effects associated with it. Those with aniridia can suffer from glaucoma and cataracts, and there is also an increased possibility that they may become blind. A very rare genetic vision disorder, aniridia is the result of an abnormal development of the eye's iris, where it is either completely missing or only partially visible. There are at least 4 types of aniridia known to exist, some more serious than others. For example, there are people that are completely unaware of the eye problem because their pupils appear normal, with just one eye affected by thinning of the iris. On the other hand, there are those who suffer from the disorder that are severely affected, with debilitating eye pain, tumours, and other abnormalities throughout their body. A serious eye condition, it may follow a dominant genetic pattern inherited from either parent, or appear spontaneously. Therefore, it is difficult to gauge the likelihood of it occurring. Number 2. Bright eyes. Eyes are what is often the first thing you capture when you meet someone, particularly if they are amazing. In fact, people can have the most ordinary features, but their gorgeous eyes really attract attention. They stand out in a crowd, captivate the masses, with some more dramatic than others. If you're a fan of Grey's Anatomy, you will know what I'm talking about, with actor Jesse Williams, who plays Dr. Jackson Avery, one very famous example. His dark skin, good looks, and piercing blue eyes are a real head-turner. Eyes that draw attention are often light, bright-coloured eyes, with turquoise classified as the most beautiful. A mix of blue and green, these coloured eyes are rare. A few of the most common eye colours, however, also attract attention, particularly if there is a dark outline around them, making them appear more dramatic. The way a person's eyes contrast with the colour of their skin also has a huge effect on how beautiful their eyes are. So too does the shape of the eye. Apricot-shaped eyes, for example, are unique and beautiful, particularly if combined with a piercing blue colour. Walnut-shaped eyes, or round eyes, are also amazing. If you have eyes that you feel are ordinary, all is not lost. You can experiment with any colour of the rainbow with a set of contact lenses. Now, isn't that a relief? Number 1. Mirrored eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul, or so they say, and people could be forgiven for getting lost in the eyes of some. But mirrored eyes? Who would have thought? If you ever looked into someone's eyes and thought you could see your reflection, then you may not have been hallucinating. It is actually possible. Some people have eyes that are so dark brown they resemble a mirror. When you are standing in front of them, you can actually see your reflection in their eyes. These eyes are not only breathtaking, they are also very rare and very beautiful. Adding a mysterious quality to the individual that has them, mirrored eyes are both unique and intriguing. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our regular videos as soon as they are uploaded. That's it for now. You have been watching Top Quick Peek. We'll see you next time.